Welcome to the Expression Show, where creativity meets inspiration. Today, we have the incredible honor of hosting a multi talented artist who has not only made waves in the music industry, but has also achieved remarkable success across various fields. As a multiple world record holder and award winning singer songwriter, this guest has composed and produced an astounding number of songs over an ambitious 1,000 day challenge, all while managing a full time corporate career. Beyond music, they are accomplished author, actor, interior designer, mentor with a rich background in finance, personal management, corporate service, and strategic alliance. Their passion for marketing and talent branding has shaped their unique approach to both art and business. In addition to their artistic endeavors, this guest is deeply committed to philanthropy, focusing on innovative, uh, that initiatives that support women, children, and elderly and environmental protection. Join us as we dive into the extraordinary journey, exploring the intersection of creativity, corporate experience, and social impact. Get ready to be inspired. Let's give a big welcome to Swapna Abraham.
Thank
And
you.
that's
Thank you.
I said it right,
You did indeed. Thank you
Swapna.
very much. I'm
And
so
uh,
here.
and Swapna, if you could please let the viewers know where you're from, please.
I'm from Kerala, India, the southern part of India, but I've also spent a lot of time in the UAE, in more recent times in Dubai. So that's where I'm from.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. The first question I did want to ask you, Swapna, is what inspired you to embark on the ambitious project of composing and producing multiple songs daily for those 1,000 days?
Right, Robert, I started off very young, writing poetry at the age of 9, songs at the age of 15.
Hmm.
After 24 years of being in the music industry, I felt unfulfilled and thought that I should give up. I felt that as long as I chased it, I'd still feel unfulfilled. And if I'm not chasing it anymore, I'd just feel happy and content. And then I
Hmm.
thought, before I give up, so this was in 2016, I thought, let me just do something really difficult in music, something that I believe is difficult and then
Hmm.
give it up. So I decided 1 year from then, I would compose, produce, and publish on a daily basis one song. Um, Closer to time, I knew that someone was already doing it. So I decided I would do a second song every day for children. And on multiple days, I did more than 2 songs. So ultimately, in the 1,000 days, I ended up doing these were all done live, by the way. The composition was all done live, production as well. Ended up doing 2,321 songs in 1,000 days. And
Hmm.
that's what got me the 4 world records and the 2 doctorates in music honorary course, of course. And did I give up music after that? I haven't been proactively doing this or that about my
Hmm.
decision concerning music, but I one thing for sure is I stopped being unfulfilled. And I think that every time we have that, we reach a wall and think this is the end. It probably is the start of something, which is the biggest thing we've ever been or done. That's my take, Robert.
Great. That's. I mean, I actually wanted to ask you another question with that one, but I'm gonna go to this next question. How did you manage to balance your full time corporate job with your extensive music production schedule?
That was I think I'm a fairly disciplined person. When I set my mind onto something, I will find a way to do it. I find solutions more than problems. And or rather, I foresee problems so that I will always find answers. There's, which is why I can't take an excuse of there being not enough time in a day. Uh, you're a mother, you're a single mother, you have a 9 to 6 job. So I actually got my company to give me a couple of hours off work time, which I would work at night. It's not that I worked any less, but I just, this pre-COVID, by the way, right? It ended on the 2nd of January 2020. So I
Hmm.
would compensate. Now, when I was doing 7 songs in a day for 40 days, I actually took my annual leave of a half day for, was it 23 days? And if you're showing up to work every day, even for half day, people in your work environment keep mailing you and interacting with you as if you're working every day. You're not on vacation. You're there every day for half day, right? So what
Yeah.
you end up doing is you actually double up. So it was more of a discipline that helped me find a way to do what I wanted to do. Once a
Hmm.
decision was made, there was no two ways about how I would manage work and this. I would find a way. Simple as that.
Right. Right. Exactly. It's a passion, you know. Um, that doesn't. When you have a passion for something, it really don't stop people. What was the most challenging aspect of maintaining such a rigorous creative output over those 1,000 days? Like,
It,
maintaining that over those.
the creative aspect was not at all challenging. No writer's block, no music block.
Mm,
And I believe in God, and I believe that if you want to do something that's creative, you'll be given the faculties for when you want to do it. That's what I believe because it's always happened to me. So the
of
creative
course.
challenge was never the challenge. Doing it on a daily basis, 2 songs, 3 songs, 5 songs, and on the second last day, it was altogether 21 songs. It was never
Mm,
okay. That day it was tough. I should say that day was tough. It was just a matter of physical energy being totally challenged, brain energy being challenged. But otherwise, no. The challenge for me through the 1,000 days was things I couldn't control, which was traffic jam. F- Everything was done live. So what if Facebook Live has a glitch? It did, and then you're on tenterhooks.
mm,
So my daughter had 2 children in the course of the 1,000 days, and as a mother, I want to be there for my child. So I'm traveling all the way from Dubai to the US. And you can imagine this is a daily challenge. You can't say you missed a flight or flight was delayed. So it's all the things around your life over which you might not have 100% control. My father had a fall, and you're still being this full time family person. That was a challenge, not the creative aspect. That was not at all difficult. I humbly
right,
say that was
right.
not difficult. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, and have that type of, willpower, pressure, responsibilities, and you still pressing. You got a lot of passion for this, and I'm so happy you was able to.
But it's not, I
Um,
can't take it for granted, Robert, if I may add, that I don't have that all the time. Because after the 1,000 days, I've tried to do 1 song in a month, and I must tell you, it was really difficult, just difficult. So I think that when I decided to do something as crazy, the universe just gave me all that I needed to do it. I can't
mhm.
even fully take credit for that. I was just endowed with this whole burst of everything, music and lyric and ideas and energy and voice and, just everything. Yeah, sorry. Just wanted to
So
add
you
that.
basically you basically answered one question that was about to be the next question actually, but I wanted to ask you one question that's off the record. Um, when you did receive that world record, like, how did it come about to where I guess it was Guinness World Records.
This was the Golden Book of World Records. The Guinness Book of World Records did not have a standard for what I was doing every day. So it was the Golden. I have another story about World Records, by the way. Um,
Okay,
so this is the Golden Book of World Records that found 4 categories in all that I was doing. Yes.
so I've never heard of it myself. I've never heard of the Golden Record. I mean, I
Now I
think a
know that
lot
the
of people
Guinness
just only know about the
Again,
Guinness.
now I know that the Guinness Book has a category taking into effect what else I did with the songs. But you know what? I don't want to pursue any of that anymore. I don't.
Mhm,
I am really happy with whatever I got from this. I don't think
mhm.
I'll be, I will seek another world
You
record.
do something else now. It's
Yeah, I'm
time to
okay.
you did that already. Now,
I'm
you
okay.
know, you're gonna receive more. I can feel. I believe it. I believe in you. So, um, how did your corporate experience in marketing and strategic alliances influence your music career, if at all?
Yeah, so I think they work very differently. Your strategic alliances in marketing in the corporate world works very differently from how it does in the music industry. So here you go. I was and I am good at how it is in the corporate world, but how it works in the music world, I'm still to find out. In the music world, I'm more of just a singer songwriter. That's done a lot of work. I don't
Hmm.
think corporate marketing and corporate strategic alliance principles can be used in the music world. It just operates differently. The context, the premises, it's just very different. The principles itself seem different. So, but I'm not bothering too much about that. I actually, in my most recent project, have um, outsourced marketing
Hmm.
to someone who does it because I know that the dynamic is very different in this industry.
That's great. That's great. What role does mentorship play in your life, and how has it impacted your journey as an artist and professional?
So I had a mentor when I was 17 years old
Excuse me.
who told
Yeah.
me, Swaps, listen to Amy Grant, you can sing like her. And at the
Hmm.
time, I couldn't. It's the first time I'm listening to Amy Grant, by the way, right? And I listened to her, and she was singing Age to Age of Father's Eyes. And I was like, gosh, man, I actually probably could find that kind of voice, right? That kind of control, that kind of charisma, her lyrics, the tunes, and depth and soul in her singing. Right. Anyway,
Hmm.
so Sir, his name is Joymon Jacob Alexander Benjamin. He was my mentor. Although his impact was not for more than a year and a half, it kind of was a lifelong impact because whatever he said or did at the time, it kind
Hmm.
of laid the foundation for what I'm working on even now. I will always remember it. I will never forget the lessons I learned. I couldn't tell a flat or a sharp when I was singing back in the day because I'm not a
Hmm.
professionally trained singer. I just evolved on my own. When we were a band, he was the one mentoring our band, but I just was searching, I think, for a mentor. And unlike all the other girls, it was a girl band. I actually took to him and I said, "Sir, what is this? Sir, what is that? I need to know this." And he used to challenge me a lot for some reason when compared to the others. Maybe because I was a
Hmm.
fighter. I couldn't understand things he was telling me, and I would always wrestle with him
Hmm.
intellectually. But that helped me, and then I'm really grateful I did that because we all received the same training, so to say. But I jumped out of it and I said, I need to know more about what you're trying to tell us because I'm not getting it. And I'm so glad I did, and I'm even more grateful that he took the interest to explain things to me. And you've
Right.
you've got to be tough, you've got to be firm, but you've also got to be very loving in a good way. And so that line is a bit
Right.
fine, especially when it's a male and female. But I'm glad and grateful, really.
That's wonderful. I mean, like you said, you need people that's you got nowadays. It seem like everybody want to be so harsh and and feel like that's the way to get people there. Especially like in the music industry and stuff like that. Entertainment industry. But like you said, you need to still install hope in people if you're really there for them, if you're really for them, and help them build, not tear them down. But
Yeah, you'd be surprised, Robert. Since college, I have interacted with Sir 4 or 5 times, and gosh, it's been how many? It's been decades. But that's more than enough. It's all right. It's all
mhm,
right. And he's proud of me, and I'm so happy when I think about it. Just saying.
right, you should be proud. I mean that's a world. I mean, world record is a world record. I don't know nothing about. I still want to ask you about that a little bit, but I mean, that's just something me personally I wanted to know about myself because I never knew about that. So anyhow, can you tell us more about your philanthropic work related to women, children, and age and environmental protection?
Certainly. Now, my work with the elderly is more of in the ideation stage. I was very blessed to take care of my mom the last 7 months of her life when she was confined. And I have a heart for the elderly.
Mm,
I just feel for them, and I want to do something about it. But right now, my project concerning the elderly is just in idea stage. About women, it's pretty serious. As in, I've managed to do stuff there. I had India for Media, Arts and Communication for
mm,
G100, a worldwide organization, a global organization that works towards gender equity,
mm,
more than women's empowerment and all of that, right? Solidarity, just be standing up and voicing, not fighting men, but working with women, with men for a gender balanced world and all of that. So
mm,
apart from that office, I personally help not just women, but even men that go through difficult marriages, especially if they are victims either. And I take, because I went through one myself, I understand how difficult it can be, and I help them through the process, especially the legal, emotional trauma. If there are children involved, just you just need somebody, sometimes a sounding board, and I'm happy to be that for a few people. That's that. About the environment, I've written songs about it. I'm yet to find allies that I could work with to clean up the world, and I think each of us has a part to play with that. First
mm.
of all, how we keep our own homes and
I'm
offices.
one. I'm one of those partners of
Oh yeah,
yours. Also,
I love that.
I'm
Love that.
sorry. I'm sorry not to cut you off. You think
No,
I
not
wanted
at
to.
all. I
I
appreciate that. And I
wanted.
have so much respect for those who do it. And
I wanted to. Oh, I'm sorry. I
no,
know. I
no,
just wanted to say something real quick about what you're talking about right now. Real quick. Um, that's another thing I want because I want the viewers to know this definitely about you. Not only are you writing songs, the songs you put out they have so much substance, and what your goal is and what you're doing as an artist. Not like you're just, the songs that you all, the material you make are actually powerful. They're not, they have a lot of substance to it, and this is what you do, and the world does need that, and the industry does need that right now. So
thank you, thank you. So I'll be very happy to share with you a couple of the songs that I've actually written on the environment. It's something dear to my heart. And last not but not least,
I've listened
oh,
to
you
some
have? Okay,
myself.
super.
I mean, I've listened to
That one,
some
yeah.
of myself. I listen to people, so I don't just get on people's
Oh,
stuff
okay,
and
okay.
don't check it out.
No,
So, but
thank
I've
you.
been known. We've been connected for little time now, so I've definitely checked out your stuff, and I
Thank
love
you.
it. And
Thank you. And the children. So, thousand of the songs written on the 1,000 Day Challenge were for children, one every day. I was never a children's songwriter. But when I had the opportunity to do songs for the children, one doesn't want to sound preachy, but I think it's an
mm,
opportunity to uh, spread love, positivity, teach them, educate them, plant values. All these things we talk about, the elders, about a fair world. We're all the same. Protecting our environment. It's all in the songs: manners, respect, etiquette, just everything, right?
mm,
About bullying and all that. So I put all these in those songs, which I was writing every day, and I went ahead and studio produced them. And my last or most recent project, by the way, was publishing them in illustrated songbooks.
mm.
1,000 songs are out there in 5 volumes or 20 sub-volumes with illustrations, text, and the songs with their karaoke's are in QR
Mm.
codes. So I'm
Okay,
really pleased and delighted that that's out there.
it's
It
wonderful.
just means the world to me. Yeah.
That's wonderful. How do you see your diverse skills in acting, interior designs, and writing complementing your music career?
Only writing. Only writing complemented the music career out of the other things I've done. Corporate work, not really. No. Acting, no. Interior design, no. Mentoring did, because I personally have mentored less than 100 singer songwriters.
Mm,
So otherwise, it's just writing. My blogging. I've authored a book about the lessons and journey through the 1,000 days. So I think writing has played a part in music making. I mean, song making. But
mhm.
otherwise, the others are just independent. it's like these different faculties that you have, right? And they don't necessarily need to be related or influence the other,
Yeah.
but I think it's the same person doing it, so the same energy comes out through everything.
Mhm.
You have your acting signature, your singing signature, your songwriting signature, your design signature. So the
Mhm.
same person doing it, that person's signature is in all the expressions of art and work, but they are not necessarily influencing each other, except for writing. Yeah, it's for music.
Right. Just to let you know, we only got two questions left for you.
Oh, pleasure.
Um, what advice would you give to the aspiring artists who wish to undertake, large scale creative projects, or just, and just get involved with writing songs, or just like you, or just for artists, period, out there, would
Yeah,
advise?
I'm aware that when we're talking about aspiring artists, we're speaking to the young.
Hmm.
The music has evolved so much in the last few years, and now with AI out there, it's going to be different. It's
Hmm.
going to be better in some way, but we have to find a way to maintain integrity in songwriting.
Hmm.
While we can use AI and do a lot of stuff, I think if you have the capability to still write your own lyrics, still write your own tunes, do that.
Right,
Um,
right.
so don't if challenge yourself to be authentic, to be original. But I'd also say, you know what, the success rate for singer songwriters is not very high. So it may be good for us to have a parallel career that will put bread on the
Okay.
table, if you know what I mean.
Right, right.
That's really important, rather than wishful thinking. Well, if people make a fortune making music and performing, well done. I mean, that's the dream. But from
Exactly.
experience, I've learned it's not the case for most people. So we have to prepare ourselves and prepare our young more than anything. That's my take on it,
Great.
Robert.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Looking back at your record breaking achievements, which is, and this is the last question. Looking back at your record breaking achievements, what are your future goals in both your artistic and corporate endeavors?
I don't have any plans to do more. I feel fulfilled. What I would like to do is I would like to do more work in those four sectors that I spoke about, probably with children. The children's songs are out there.
Hmm.
Um, I may get back to performing, but that's not going to define me. Back in the day when I was young, you just want to do it, you have to do it. It's not that way anymore. And it's not that I've resigned. It's just that I don't feel the need to pursue it relentlessly anymore. You know,
Hmm.
I want to do it at my pace and enjoy the form of art, music, whatever it is. Not feel pressurized to, because can you imagine on a daily basis for almost 3 years, you have felt the pressure to perform, to deliver art, music, which most people can do only by inspiration. You did it compulsively. So when you put your body, mind, and all your capabilities, your intellect and faculties through that for almost 3 years of your life, you don't want to feel that pressure anymore
Mm.
to be an artist. Do it at your pace now. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's okay. So
Yeah.
I don't have, real plans.
Yeah.
Go with it.
I write. Sorry. I was just gonna say. I write. I'm one of those type of artists where I write. I'm writing out of just inspiration. Just, I'm writing songs because I'm inspired. I can't even really imagine. Just never. I've never. I don't think ever really felt that feeling before to just write. Just because I'm not even, and I don't even feel inspired. Is that what you're saying? You didn't even
Yeah.
really feel inspired. Just wanted to challenge yourself to write. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, going forward, I will write only if I'm inspired. I'm not going to challenge myself. No, no, I don't want to do that anymore.
Hmm.
So, but if a project comes, And this is the interesting part of being able to work by discipline. An artist being able to work by discipline has an
Mhm.
advantage because anyone who's bringing work to you is going to tell you that we want to write. This is the theme. This is what it's going to sound like. So you're creating art to an order. We need
Mhm.
it by this time. So you can't tell them, hang on, that's not my inspiration. I'll have to wait till I'm inspired to give you the work. So I think an artist who has managed to inculcate discipline has an advantage when it comes to being in the professional circuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly but that's just amazing though, what you accomplish and what you do. I mean, I hope you continue. You know, I would be somebody willing definitely to collaborate and make,
I hope so too, Rob.
powerful healing songs. That's something I want to do also more in the, the near future. Some of my goals, to come out with some very impacting songs for the world and stuff like that, and help the world out, help us, help people. And we very grateful to have you, um, Swapna, right?
Robert.
Swapna, and
It's a pleasure and a
it's an
privilege. And I
honor.
hope the audiences are going to enjoy this little chat that we've had.
Yes, like, I mean, I'm very honored that you decided that to come on share with the viewers, and I know the artists and the viewers are gonna love it, and we thank you for just joining us, and we enjoy having you. All right,
Thank you. Thank you, Robert. You have a
no
great
problem,
day.
no problem.